Hey guys, Justin here from Investors to the Moon. Today I'll be talking about 5 quick reasons why NEO is a great growth share. I say it's a growth share because I personally believe the speculative side has already been factored in, given the massive traction the share has gotten the last few months. I still believe there are a lot of checkpoints for NEO that will result in price hikes in the long term though. Also at the end of the video, I quickly talk about CNN's marketplace website and its huge valuation of NEO and Chinese companies and what's really happening. Let me know how many of these reasons you guys knew in the comment section below. I'm still trying to figure out my balance between too vague and too technical. I'm still new to YouTube, so I appreciate any constructive feedback I can get. Reason number 1. NEO's unique battery system. NEO does something different to other EVs, and that is they offer the option to swap your car batteries out instead of charging them. To change batteries, you simply have to go to one of 158 NEO battery swap stations and change it. This has multiple benefits. First, the system boasts a 3-minute swap time as opposed to the potential hours of waiting for the car to charge. It also allows for price differentiation, as NEO gives you the option to buy a vehicle at $10,000 less and instead with a monthly battery subscription. The plans themselves vary depending on the kilowatts of the battery used. This is nice as the amount of driving you do and distance traveled may vary, and you can simply change the battery for that month, offering more control for the consumer. You may also then switch out the subscription and add a permanent battery at any time. This service is future-proof with the 100 watts battery just released in November and can be used in place of the 84 and 70 kilowatts currently offered. The 100 watts battery enjoys 37% higher energy density than the 70 kilowatts and will allow users to reach up to 615 kilometers. Both older and recent models can enjoy this battery pack, and we can expect more upgrades with future technological advancements. William Li, NEO's CEO, in fact asked consumers why they were not interested in electric cars and found the 2 reasons to be lack of guaranteed charging and high battery costs. NEO's battery swap and subscription model provides a unique solution to both of these problems. Reason number 2, government bailout. Last year, NEO was having some cash flow issues and was on the verge of bankruptcy. The Chinese government of Hefei bailed them out at an amount of $1.4 billion. As part of the deal, NEO had to open a subsidiary called NEO China and give 24% ownership to the Hefei government. NEO had to transfer key assets to this new entity, including research and development, supply chain and manufacturing systems, and its battery charging and power swap network. NEO also made a promise to take NEO China public within 5 years or give the government an offer to sell their ownership at an 8.5% premium. This means the government have an incentive to support NEO, and they also have given indication they expect it to survive. You can almost view it as a seal of approval that the company is in line with the government, which is definitely something you need to thrive, especially in the government-centric China. A good example of this was in October. Ant Group, an internet investment giant with Jackie Ma at its front, was set to be the biggest IPO in history at $34.6 billion. This company held the largest multi-market fund in the world with over 1 billion subscribers. On the eve of the IPO, the Communist Party halted the company in its tracks. The reason given was that China was already a very leveraged country and could not take the extra risk. It could also be said that China's lending is very regulated by the state and simply could not afford a third party to enter its consumers' lending business. Regardless, the executive power of the government is evident, and it's good to see that NEO has the cooperation of the government. Number 3. Government subsidies. China's Ministry of Finance proposed budget reports a new energy vehicle subsidy of $5.1 billion. This is an increase of 234% from this year's budget and will be used to promote more energy-effective products, including electric vehicles. This fact is more for the overall EV market in China, but again it shows indication of government support for the transition and advancement of electric vehicles. Reason number 4, NEO's customer experience. NEO goes an extra step with the customer with something they call the NEO House. The idea of it is the first floor is your basic showcasing area for new customers to check out the vehicles they offer, but the second floor is where the magic happens. The floor is restricted to new and existing NEO owners and is basically a leisure area to hang out. It offers access to a living room, library, cafe, a theater, labs, and other things. They also sell all sorts of homely items like merchandise, clothing, bags, suitcases, which really iconify the brand. Neo owners are also invited to a special day called Neo Day, where they just meet and do fun activities. These are interesting ways for customer retention and just doesn't happen in your usual car brand where the relationship usually ends after you've been handed the key. Number 5. Early growth stage. As of the 2020 Q3 report, Neo's vehicle deliveries hit a new record of 12,206 vehicles, which is a 100% year-on-year increase. Vehicle margins have improved to 15% for the quarter due to better selling price, material costs, and manufacturing efficiency. Neo at the moment is an unprofitable company, and that's fine. For starters, Neo is a very young company founded in 2014. More so, they are a technology company that thrive on innovation, and I expect them to invest on things like research and develop in the early stages to translate to tenfold growth later. A good example of this is the Western EV Tesla, which is currently trading at a notorious high of $700. Tesla has been making a net loss for the last 11 years since its IPO, and for the first time is showing profits, yet fetches an insane valuation of $650 billion. I expect Neo to also receive a bump in share price when they finally hit a net profit, but I have no problem if this is way further down the line, aka about 5 to 10 years. However, Neo's net loss is getting trimmed down with every quarter, and as of the most recent Q3 report, had a loss of $160 billion. All in all, the financial statements represent a decent foundation for future growth, and I'm happy with the direction it's going. Now, before I go, I do actually want to talk about something. There's a website called the CNN Money, and they have a forecasting session that's quite popular, where the CNN analysts have disclosed their price targets for the next 12 months. And for Neo, they've written quite high numbers with a medium target of $327, and this is between 15 of their analysts. It's been suggested that the predicted price are actually in Chinese yuan, even though the current price is in USD. I did the math, and as you can see that these numbers are actually more conservative and make a lot more sense. We got a low of $15.93, a medium of $50.15, and a high of $16.50. This would suggest a range of negative 60% to a 40% increase on the current price of $43.50, which is a lot more conservative and quite close to the range we've been seeing. I did the math with Alibaba as well, and it seems to check out. And I just want to mention this because I was definitely guilty of looking at this and loving the numbers when I first found Neo. And this is also an example of why we should never just trust a popular source without explanation. Anyways, thank you for watching my video, guys. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.